So this message is for Livy Callian, if I'm saying this correctly, concerning your coming out about you and Abba from Abba and Preach's situation that you guys had. Now, I first heard about this situation from Preach on his channel. Didn't know he had a channel, but that was the first video on his channel I came to. Then I went and I was in the live that Abba was doing, and Preach joined. Then they did another live, and Preach talked about another channel that had some info. I went to that channel, and he said you contacted him. You offered to pay him to give you advice on whether or not to come out. He said he looked over it. He was skeptical about some things, and he basically advised you not to do it, but you and he had more back and forth, and you decided to do it anyway. Okay, I listened to your first video after hearing from Abba and Preach, after hearing from other content creators talking about this, and I originally came out with mixed feelings about the situation. And clearly, Abba is a hypocrite. Most people play characters online, and they are not genuinely, not 100%, probably not even 50% of whom they present online. We, as adults, we know this, okay? Now, I decided to go and hear from you altogether. And I'm going to be honest, I don't wish to use my valuable time listening to the rest of your videos. The first one was enough for me to say this. Now, I get that there are allegedly other women, similar situations, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you ladies are exposing Abba as being a hypocrite and a lot like people he critiques, right? Okay, got it. Now, that's going to bother a lot of people. But even more people are going to say, man, this is ridiculous. So what? I enjoy them and their content, and they're going to keep it pushing. Okay. And I have to say, a lot of people are going to see you as someone who needs help. And I have to be honest. I'm looking at this as you as solo, not collective with any other alleged women. I don't necessarily understand your reasoning for coming forward with this. You revealed a lot of personal information. You and Abba both were recording each other, and now you're posting your personal private business online. Me, I'm the type of person, I do not post my private stuff online, okay? And everybody has some kind of drama somewhere in their life, whether they initiated it or it just came upon them, right? But just because we have the internet, it doesn't mean that everyone should post their drama online because they're not happy with the way things are going. Now, the things that you are posting about you and Abba are very sensitive and very personal. And I have one question. What was your point? What did you hope to gain from this? What was the reasoning for this? Because if I am to draw my own conclusion, as we as listeners can do, now I'm also a content creator, but as a listener on this situation, after all of the things that I've heard, none of the other stuff mattered. The contradictions, he told a lie here, he told a lie there. He's this nasty kind of person. He does this, he does that. None of that, to me, as a woman and as a person, is worth you coming out and putting your information out here. Now, nothing against you personally, because I don't know you. I just know what's been presented. But I will have to say that it seems like you feel a bit privileged. Like you want to be a damsel in distress, and everyone is supposed to feel sorry for you because Abba hurt your feelings and things didn't go as you had hoped. Now, that happens to a lot of us as adults. We've probably been through it at least once in our lives, right? And we just have to deal with it and get over it if that occurs. We don't get to come online and say, boo-hoo, he would not talk to me, right? Now, as someone who has in the past many times and is currently going through a situation to where I am wanting someone who, mind you, I barely even know, to stop trying to reach out to me by all means, and yet they won't stop and they continue to do it, I get very concerned. And that is a trigger point for me personally when I am hearing that it's clear to you that someone doesn't want to have contact with you, and you are going through all kind of avenues to try and, let's say, force that person to communicate with you. To me, that is not sane, safe, and respectable behavior for yourself and for that other person. If they don't want anything to do with you, regardless of you being pregnant, sweetheart, regardless of you being pregnant, leave them alone. And if the baby comes, take it to court and deal with it there. And even if the court gives a ruling, he must be a father. He must pay. If he don't pay, they'll give him consequences. But if he doesn't want to see or have anything to do with that child, there is not a person on this earth that can just beat up on him every second and make him. I find your line of reasoning absolutely ridiculous, and I find your behavior concerning, very concerning. Because if someone does not want to contact you, you should not be reaching out to other people, trying to get them to do things to persuade that person. And you should not be trying to constantly contact that person yourself. Let it go. I think you should seek counseling and try and reevaluate all this and take care of yourself and let Abba go, let the situation go. The child is no longer in existence. There is absolutely no point. Okay, you've shown people that he is contradictory. He's not who people thought he was, but that's okay. They like the character of Abba, okay? Most of us don't know or care to know who Abba truly is on the inside. Have a good day.